What the heck? Give me a second,
Noah! Larry, what the hell are you doing? Larry, you can't just...
Larry! Oh, are you all right? How did...
Larry!
Hold on, y'all. I'm really having some technical difficulties. Where is this Noah clip? All right.
What change?
Been in... I'm not going to say where, but let's just hear what happened.
That I accidentally married my cousin. I was sitting on the couch.
The bride side, like, y'all wouldn't think like, hey, put two and two together. Like, yeah, I could do Fiverr. I've heard about this to be on a private stream, and the troll popped up.
Yo.
Okay. And that stuff was wild. They basically copied me, and I was like, yo, what's going on? And they said something as me, and the only thing that triggered me was I was actually in the stream. But had I not been in the stream, what would have happened? And Dust Productions with a great question. Have you thought about covering the Logan Paul Crypto Zoo stuff? Man, I've been following that. So CoffeeZilla, if you guys don't know, is probably me on, you know, like a supercharged version of me with about 30 me's working with him. Okay. And he uncovered what most people already know. But yeah, if I had resources, this happened. All right, so let me set the scene for you, right? She's saying that they're married. He's kind of saying they're not. And okay, some people know. Soundboard, nope, ha ha ha. Okay. Let's go over the divorce documents first. We'll go over the divorce documents, and then you guys will learn a thing or two, okay? So we're gonna go over the divorce documents. Thank you again, Dust, for your generosity. It is greatly appreciated. All right, so Duchess of York is here. One of my new mods. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Okay, so what does this say? This was filed. You know I love a good timeline. November 14th, 2022. Look in your upper right-hand corner if you don't see it. This matter is between Samantha Lopez and Felix, and we know that's them right there. Samantha is right here. Felix is right here looking super duper happy, super stoked to be her, I guess, husband, if you will. Okay, so what does the petition say? Discovery level, who cares? You know, they don't want to associate judge. This is famous in Texas. This suit is brought to you by Samantha Lopez, who is adept, the best petitioner. The last three numbers of her social, we don't care. We don't dox people over here. I never will, never have. And her husband, Felix Lingale, okay? People think this is lightly, but this is major. Remember, he's worth $9 million. $9 million. And one of the biggest streamers in Twitch. Not to mention, we'll check out his monthly earnings and you see how much he's making. So you automatically know Samantha Lopez, whether true or not, has a vested financial interest in proving that they're married. And we're going to go over what it takes to prove that they're married because it's not as cut and dry as you think, okay? So this is the address blocked out. We don't care about that. What happened? There's the parties are immediately bound to basically this standard temporary restraining order, okay? Standard temporary restraining order. And we're going to look at it, and basically it's in every divorce in Texas for one reason or another. It may be outlined in here like Exhibit A, or it could be written out like it was in JDF's. So marriage, August 25th, 2020 to October 31st, 2022. That's going to be important. October 31st, 2022. And they ceased to live together as spouses on or about that date. All right. What's so important about spouses, right? Let's go to JDF. Let's go to JDF because I brought this in for reference. Okay. The parties were married. This is the JDF one. Married on or about May 17th and have ceased to live together as husband and wife. You see the difference? You instantly see husband and wife. We were married on this date. Their marriage date is August 25th, 2020. And that's very specific, right? That's very specific. Very specific. Okay. Grounds for divorce. The marriage has become insupportable because of discord or conflict of personalities between her and him. Fair, fine. We're not getting along. All right, there is no child born or adopted of this marriage, and she is not pregnant. That's very crucial because you don't want to get divorced and she's pregnant, and now you're looking at child support 18 years out the gate. Okay. All right. Dust said, if a girl gets with you when you only have $20, that might be a good one. I'm going to respectfully disagree from personal experience. All right. Where we at? Okay. This is important. This huge yellow part is important. Petitioner requests the court that the trial on merits to grant the following permanent injunctions. Okay. Respondent, which is XQC, will be prohibited, enjoined is a fancy word from prohibited, to taking any steps to talk, stalk, harass, threaten, or otherwise intimidate petitioner, including to, but not limited to, discussing the litigation on any social network profile, including but not limited to his Twitch stream or YouTube account. So basically, let's get divorced, and I don't want you talking about the divorce on your Twitch. I don't want you talking about it on your YouTube. Now, you would think like, well, why would you not want him to talk about the divorce on his Twitch or YouTube? Why would that be? You know, me, I talk to y'all about my divorce pretty much all the time, but it's a very specific reason you would want to silence him for not talking about the divorce on his platforms, or directing any followers on any social network platforms to use harassing language to communicate with the other party, threaten the party, or take unlawful action against the party. So what you see on Twitch is, let's just say I'm beefing with Dust Productions, right? I'll say, hey, everybody, go on Dust Productions channel and put HR in the comments. You know, we gonna bomb his chat, okay? That would get you banned on YouTube. On Twitch, probably on YouTube too. I would never do that. All right, attorney's fees. You know what she wants: to affect equitable division of the estate of the parties, and as part of the division, judgment for attorney's fees, expenses, and costs through trial and appeal should be granted against XQC in favor of the petitioner. So now, not only is she trying to bust down your $9 million empire, she wants you to pay her lawyer fees. Okay. And of course, it wouldn't be Texas without some good old prayers to the judge, because in divorce court, the judge is God. Okay. Petitioner says that the citation and notice issues are required by law to grant the divorce. So she's hoping for a divorce, that they grant a hearing for a temporary injunction, basically telling him that STFU, shut up. And that the final hearing, the court will enter a permanent injunction enjoining the respondent in conformity with all the allegations in this petition set forth, prays for attorney fees, pay for general relief. Okay, so that's the groundwork. And I know y'all wondering, like, how do we know if she's married or not? So let's look at, remember, the parties are immediately bound to basically this standard temporary restraining order, okay? Standard temporary. Shout out to y'all. November 14th, this right there. Some cases, they don't want the numbers of her social. We don't. But this is major. Remember, he's worth $9 million. $9 million. And one of the biggest streamers in Twitch. Not to mention, we'll check out his monthly earnings and you see how much he's making. So you automatically know Samantha Lopez, whether true or not, has a vested financial interest in proving that they're married. Immediately bound to basically this standard temporary restraining order, okay? Standard temporary restraining order. And we're going to look at it, and basically it's in every divorce in Texas for one reason or another. It may be outlined in here like Exhibit A, or it could be written out like it was in JDF's. So marriage. August 25th, 2020 to October 31st, 2022. That's going to be important. October 31st, 2022. And they ceased to live together as spouses on or about that date. All right. What's so important about spouses, right? Let's go to JDF. Let's go to JDF because I brought this in for reference. Okay. The parties were married. This is the JDF one. Married on or about May 17th and have ceased to live together as husband and wife. You see the difference? You instantly see husband and wife. We were married on this date. Their marriage date is August 25th, 2020. And that's very specific, right? That's very specific. Very specific. Okay. Grounds for divorce. The marriage has become insupportable because of discord or conflict of personalities between her and him. Fair. Fine. We're not getting along. All right. There is no child born or adopted of this marriage, and she is not pregnant. That's very crucial because you don't want to get divorced and she pregnant. That might. All right. Where we at? Okay. This is important. This huge yellow part is important. Petitioner requests the court that the trial on merits to grant the following permanent injunctions. Okay. Respondent, which is XQC, will be prohibited, enjoined is a fancy word from prohibited, to taking any steps to talk, stalk, harass, threaten, or otherwise intimidate petitioner, including to, but not limited to, discussing the litigation on any social network profile, including but not limited to his Twitch stream or YouTube account. So basically, let's get divorced, and I don't want you talking about the divorce on your Twitch. I don't want you talking about it on your YouTube. Now, you would think like, well, why would you not want him to talk about the divorce on his Twitch or YouTube? Why would that be? You know, me, I talk to y'all about my divorce pretty much all the time, but it's a very specific reason you would want to silence him for not talking about the divorce on his platforms, or directing any followers on any social network platforms to use harassing language to communicate with the other party, threatening. Dust Cat on Twitch, probably on YouTube too. I would never do that. All right, attorney's fees. You know what she wants: to affect equitable division of the estate of the parties, and as part of the division, judgment for attorney's fees, expenses, and costs through trial and appeal should be granted against XQC in favor of the petitioner. So now, not only is she trying to bust down your $9 million empire, she wants you to pay her lawyer fees, okay? And of course, it wouldn't be Texas without some good old prayers to the judge, because in divorce court, the judge is God, okay? Petitioner says that the citation and notice issues are required by law to grant the divorce. So she's hoping for a divorce, that they grant a hearing for a temporary injunction, basically telling him that STFU, shut up, and that the final hearing, the court will enter a permanent injunction enjoining the respondent in conformity with all the allegations in this petition set forth, praise for attorney fees, pay for general relief. Okay. So that's the groundwork. And I know y'all wondering, like, how do we know if she's married or not? So let's look at, remember, I'm going to break this down for you guys the same way I did parental alienation. And I see we got 25,000 people in here. Can I just get 5 likes or 2 likes? But let's go over.
How's your husband?
Hey guys, just a quick PSA here. You do know that if you live in the state of Texas, you can be married without even knowing it, right? Yes, that's entirely true. It's what's called a common law marriage. Now, for a
all right, so we got common law marriage in the state of Texas, okay? You can be married without noticing, and he's going to break down the criteria, and then we're going to go over it, and then I'm going to show you the undeniable evidence, and then we'll put a poll up, and you're going to tell me if he married, and then we'll skedaddle up out of here.
Common law marriage to be proven, you usually need 3 elements. 1,
I am.
Hey guys, just a quick, to be an agreement to be married. 1, you need to live together.
All right, so first thing is you have to live together in order to be married.
2, there needs to be an agreement to be married.
They live together.
And 3, you need to hold each other out as husband and wife.
All right, so
And he did
3
not
things
do
you
that.
need. 1, you have to live
He didn't do
together.
2 of them.
2, an agreement to get married. And 3, present yourselves as husband and wife. Now, he's about to further break it down for you guys, so you see, how we're going to go about providing this evidence for you.
Now, at this point, you're probably wondering, well, how can I prove if someone agreed to be married to me or held out that I was a husband and wife? Well, that can be done with what's called circumstantial evidence. Anything that you can use to prove that there was some sort of agreement or you held each other out as husband and wife can be used. Certain things such as co-signing leases as spouses.
That's major. Co-signing the leases as spouses. Okay, if they put like relationship and they say husband, wife, you could use that in the court and say, look, he presented me as his wife, so that $9 million he's making, I should be entitled to it.
Putting each other
That's
down
crazy.
for insurance benefit purposes as spouses. Maybe you have friends who can attest that you all called each other husband and wife. Any of these things can be used in court to prove that you all had an informal marriage. And just like a normal formal marriage in the state of Texas, a common law marriage still requires a formal divorce. That's correct. If someone can prove that they were informally or common law married to you, you still need to go file for a divorce. Like if you had a whole
Are y'all
wedding,
seeing what's
you had a
happening?
whole reception, just like everyone else. Now, if you guys have any other questions about any other area of Texas law, please like, comment, let me know what else you guys want to know more about.
All right, so
Hey guys, just a quick peek.
we have our criteria. All right, we have our criteria for what is considered marriage and what is considered not. All right, let's go check the evidence that I've presented, that I've provided. So how long were they together? Let's share this tab real quick. Fair use to whoever they are.
From the things that were not self-inflicted.
Okay.
Okay.
Hassan's tweets,
Oh,
right? You're talking about. That's when Hassan criticized you, or what else happened with Hassan?
Yeah, I mean, just Hassan had easy cookie point.
They're having a general argument about whatever. We don't even care. Look at this video, hour and 20 minutes. We don't care. We're looking for one specific thing. We want to see the duration of the marriage.
Points, and I mean, I know how good he is at getting a free fucking apple when he can, right? When it's in reach, and he just said that I was not going, and when I should have been going.
And mind you, this will be used against him in court. That's why she's like, hey, you can't delete anything.
But I also said on stream.
No, XCC was like, this is like new shit. Like nobody knew when she claims that they got married. Nobody knew what exactly she wanted from him.
And I said
Like, this is,
publicly
like, new
that the event
shit.
was going to be bad. That's why I didn't go. And I never said that. And that was him, a way for him to farm free clout and free internet points. And it fucked me over. And everybody jumped on the train about that. And it added gamble into that. And it started filling all the boxes that Al stacked against me. All these assumptions and shit. Everything stacked against me. Yes, that was pressure. That was not self-inflicted. That was not my fault. That was self-inflicted. That ended up being purposeful dog shit against me. And these pressures, they add up. These are things that stack against me. And what do we do about that? At one point.
All right. So basically, the pressure was people were coming at me, and she wanted him to keep the breakup private. That's all she wanted. Hey, keep the breakup private. He caved to his subscribers. He said it. She's about to confirm the duration of the relationship, and then we're gonna go to the next piece of evidence.
It's upsetting. I have to find a way out.
Exactly, a way out, a scapegoat, and that is exactly what you
That's what I
did
said.
everything for.
Okay, don't be like
That
that.
is what you just said.
Don't be that. A way out isn't a
Okay,
scapegoat.
okay.
You
I'm
jump.
not gonna do this in front of your stream where
This is
again
live.
Don't say
you were
that. Then.
victimizing yourself. You were victimizing yourself to your stream.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't a victim of anything then. You know what, dude? Hassan is a good guy, and he's there because he loves me. He's such a good guy.
Who cares?
He threw me under the bus, and
She's literally about to trap him into admitting to how long they were together.
and all the internet that was ready, all the fucking people that are starving for drama, all the people that are,
No
all the
shot.
zombies looking for a good fresh brain,
Just
right?
like you did.
He
Just like
he
you did
threw
with
them
our very
a bone,
personal
right?
breakup.
But he's a
Just
good
like
guy
you
for
did
it.
with our very
He's a good.
personal breakup. Just like you did. A 4.5-year relationship, real fucking nasty events that led to a breakup, just like you did.
And I still found a way to make
All right,
my.
boom. She got him right there. 4.5 breakup, and he didn't deny it. Okay. So what's
Wait, what? Him not denying it doesn't mean anything. He didn't admit anything. Also, she called it a breakup, not a divorce.
our next piece of evidence? Let's see. Can we prove based on what they posted online if they live together or not, y'all? Can we prove it? Can we prove it? Did he snitch on himself and say, hey, yes, we live together? All right.
When was it first time? Somebody tell us.
I just tweeted about it. I just told you when we
All right.
we pulled up to the Burbank studios today.
I'm speeding it up just because I want y'all to get to it. I want y'all to get to the content, and then look. We all are investigators, kind of like y'all are the jury, but I want to present the evidence. We saw the criteria. Now let's get to the evidence.
Wait. I was like, I was like, it's today December 6th. This is the first time we met in this building on this day 4 years ago.
Boom. That's two sources of information that they've met 4 years ago. Okay.
That's
4
all-
years ago,
she's the
it's
one saying
solidified. Did they live together? That's what, look, if I'm her attorney, I'm like, hey, do you got proof y'all live together? She's like, yeah, we got a confession on stream. And the attorney like, all right, can you show it to me? She like, sure, here, watch this.
Anytime I ask you how we met, you give me like a new time.
No, it's not.
See,
That's
she
the
gives
first
a
time
new
we ever
time
met in
every
person is
time.
that day. But the reason why we never talked about it previously was because we don't like to mention in the other clip you mentioned that you were with a girl.
Yeah.
We don't like to talk
I
about
get
all that shit. But he was not
was with a
dating this
girl.
girl. I'm gonna say too much because it was weird.
All right, so basically she's like, I don't want to talk about when I met you were dating another girl, and then we're about to get a bombshell confession from her.
But they weren't dating, and it wasn't Kim. I don't know why you guys keep saying that. That's so stupid. But
Yeah, I wasn't dating.
no, me and you met casually in Overwatch.
He could just be lying.
Yeah, I
I was
remember
there
you.
with
Straight.
people, and they were, oh, this is XQC. This is my boyfriend at the time.
Boom. Hey, I met this guy that I'm married to, but when I met him, I had a boyfriend at the time. What is this? Why did she drop her boyfriend? Why do you think? Why do you think? Do you think her boyfriend was a millionaire like XQC is? Probably not.
Did you?
Of course not.
I'm pretty sure he was there. I'm pretty sure he was there.
What? I
And
don't.
so it was like nothing. It was just like, oh hey,
Okay.
I know you from Overwatch. They're putting Force and CD both. And then
She knows
later
him
on,
from Overwatch.
New Year's Day again.
Went
So
to the vault.
December 6th is the first time we met. But then New Year's, we realized that he was gonna love me forever.
All right. New Year's is when he realized he was gonna love me forever. I don't buy that, but I think what happened on New
Yeah,
Year's,
no.
I think we all can agree. What do you think happened on New Year's Eve? What do couples typically do on New Year's Eve
Wait,
after they celebrate the New
she
Year?
said that they got
Vault.
married on August
Right?
20th.
Yeah. And then
At the vault. No kidding.
like
It was a club inside of a vault that they redone and like redesigned in a club, and it was full of obnoxious music and people that I've ever come across, and I just realized that that's just how LA is, just really just trash.
Is this fast for y'all?
we actually talked about this a couple months ago. We were like somewhere and he saw a dress and he was like, oh, this is like the dress that you wore that day. So
Who
that's how I
cares?
know that day. So just because that day stood out to you doesn't mean it was the day we first met. But
Yeah, but I knew you were an upgrade though.
Oh, here he called her out on it. Did y'all hear that? I knew you wanted to upgrade though. Like he's aware of his, I guess, him being financially superior to her ex-boyfriend. I suppose.
I mean, of course, but it's a very long story. I don't even think I'll ever get full into it.
Bro,
But
she's
he
so
has, you know-
fake.
Let me fast forward this.
First date was Korean barbecue.
Hello, Tex. Go
But we
smile.
did the zoo thing, which was like just basically our first date.
Yeah.
It may actually I think it may have been the same day.
Yeah.
You guys saw it.
And it was
we streamed
karaoke.
it.
I'm saying about the cool songs.
No.
Sorry,
We did
y'all.
karaoke together, and then he came to my brother's
all
house.
like
we
chicken
sat in
box.
the car and we talked for like 5 hours, and then I was like, okay, I guess he's like kind of cute. So it took a while to convince me that you weren't just gonna be some boy of the week.
All right, now look. What do you think? This
Yeah,
guy's a
right.
millionaire, under 30. You think she was putting up too much of a fight?
It took a while.
Yeah, right.
I had to really believe it. But what really got me is he started singing Dua Lipa. He had never heard the song before, and it's a song where it's like,
That's
I
so
see the
sad.
moon, I see the moon. Oh, and you're looking at the sun. And he was just reading the lyrics off the screen, but he was singing it perfectly in harmony with like how Dua Lipa sings the song. And it was really cute. And then we were singing a bunch of karaoke songs with the
Yeah,
whole group.
right.
And then that's when
That
I
is
realized that I could give him a
such
chance.
cap. Yeah, he sang
Okay.
the song and
And then,
she
then-
then we went on the zoo date.
And then
Okay,
I
here
had
we
this new
go.
place,
What?
right? I was gonna get, but then they told me somebody had died in my.
All right, let me
I don't think
slow
he's
it down. Let
falling
me
for
get you
any
out
of
to
this
regular
shit
speed
either.
because this is evidence. Okay, I want you guys to hear it clearly what both parties are saying. And for some strange reason, my internet is jumping.
Then
now.
we'll give you a new one. So they gave me a new apartment, and I went to the new apartment, and a couple weeks in, the police raided me,
Yeah.
and nowhere to go. So I sent her a text, and she can pick me up. And then
Well, yeah. The first time.
All right, so He gets raided because he gets doxxed a lot, and FBI be knocking on his door, people doxing him. He had to move out. He got his own apartment. He gets doxxed. He hits her up, and what do you think happened?
It happened. I immediately drove out to his apartment because I lived like 30 minutes away or some shit. I went to his apartment and I was like, "Is everything okay? You good?" Blah blah blah. I actually helped him pick out almost everything for that apartment too. I helped him get like just little utensils and shit so he could live.
Yeah, she was happy
and
to pay
then
for the.
it happened again
that,
a
right?
week later or whatever. And then that's when I told him, I was like, Felix, I already talked to my parents about it. Because by then we were pretty much dating. And I was like, Felix, I already talked to my, oh no, we were dating because he came to my house a couple of times. He went to my parents.
Okay, we get it. You were
He
dating. Let's get to the evidence. Let's get to the confession.
Over $100. So this was the other part of the test, right? He paid like over $100 and went in the Uber for like over an hour to get to my house, to my parents' house.
It wasn't 100. It was like $141, but sure.
Yeah, I said over 100.
Come on.
And so I was like, wow, if he's willing to really go through all that, then, obviously he's not just going to be the boy of the week. Like, he really means business.
Little did she know, or little did he know, that they were about to, this was the beginning of the common law marriage trap.
Wait,
So,
what?
yeah, he says
That's
141,
such
like he
bullshit.
remembered. And so I was like, okay, and then did I drive you home or did you Uber home?
Come
You
on.
Ubered home too.
Yeah, I Ubered home the
he
next day.
Ubered home too. And then
I fell asleep in the car. He woke me up when I got home.
yeah.
Also, I'm
And
pretty sure
then-
this was an outlet.
So a couple weeks had passed, the swatting stuff happened. So we were already dating by that point. And then I was like, Felix, my parents said you could just live with us. Like you can have that whole part of the house right there. That's all you. Just like, whatever you want to do. If you want to come live with us, you're good to live with us. And then we lived together ever since.
Boom! Did y'all hear that? They've been living together ever since. Shortly after dating, shortly after New Year's, been dating ever since. Now, I'm not going to speculate, but that is the beginning of the trap. Okay, we know that, hey, they had to be living together. We know that they had to conduct themselves as husband and wife, and he had to tell her they were going to get married. Now, let's fast forward. Let's take a little break, and let's look at her temporary restraining order that was granted after she shortly filed. Let's make it bigger. Let's see what they got her for. Let's see what's going on, guys. And we still gonna do our poll at the end. We probably got like 15 minutes left, and we'll go through this. I'm so happy to have a quick one. All right, so this is the temporary restraining order. This is 2 days after she filed, and the judge just granted it. So he can't delete any data or content from any social network or platform used created by either party. Taking any steps to harass her, talk about it on Twitch or YouTube. And this is the restraining order. This is their court date on November 29th, 2022 at 9 a.m. Yada, yada, yada. It was granted. Now let's go to some more evidence. What is the name of this? No, actually, we gonna go to what happened. We gonna go to what happened.
Wait,
So
what?
he was streaming one night after he signed a temporary restraining order that they agreed upon, and she popped up at the house, and then we're gonna look at the temporary restraining order. Okay, I'm going to translate. So he's streaming 3:00 in the morning. She come up, banging on the door. Let me in, and let's see what happens. The next time I'm back, I will call the police. You're violating the court order. I have full authority to a card. So we're talking about a debit card. I have full authority to the card based off the court order that we agreed upon.
order that we agreed upon. You signed your name on it. No, I need you to change the account back now.
I need you to give it back to me now. Now he asked her to leave. She popped up. It's 3:00 in the morning, right? What's at stake? He's worth $9 million. $9 million. So people like, oh, well, they just had a bad breakup. No. If she could if she could prove that he was married, she gets half of everything he generated in that marriage date, divorce date time. So when people are like, hey, this is just the two couples breaking up, like it is so much bigger than that. It's so big. I'll tell you.
AdPet telling XQC he's violating court order.
Disregard the music, y'all. Sorry about that. It's just part of the clip. You locked me out of the account for the car that I have full authority to. Okay. Can you change the password back? So what's happening? Basically, it was a credit card. He cut her off allegedly. And she showed up like, hey, I need money on this card. This card is not working. What's going on?
She probably
Can
ran
you get
out
out? I'm losing my mind. Why are you locking me out of the password? Like, look, I guarantee you she's recording this whole conversation. Now, look, what he's doing is actually, I would say, he really didn't engage with her. Hey, I'm going to close the door. Basically, you got to go. All right. Now he's saying he lost the password, and she's like, stop lying. I had the password. We both agreed.
Look how crazy she is over the money. This is all about the money, by the way. She's just crazy for it.
All right. So
AdPet telling
we saw that, right? He addressed it the next day.
About what people saw something and are now speculating about what it means. And the problem is that they don't understand how these things work whatsoever. I will tell you with 100% confidence, I am not married. I was never married. And honestly, like everybody that's been watching the stream for like 6 years, okay, know my exact mindset about this, that I would probably never get married for the rest of my life. Okay, it's not something that interests me. I think people do it out of like customs or whatever. I don't see any value in it. Okay, well, dude, what about?
Okay, look, he has to say this, right? This is trying to like, hey, look, guys, I was never married. Okay, never married. What are you doing wrong, Duchess? You're not streaming, Duchess. That's what you're doing wrong. And I got 21,000 people in here watching XQC, and we got the appropriate amount of likes. I appreciate y'all. All right, so he's doing damage control. It's public now. I'm not the only one covering it. I'm probably the last one covering it, but I want to educate you guys
about the thing that would require you to understand how these things work and put 2 and 2 together. But I can't do it for you. Also, nobody in this world that walks this earth, not a singular person out there on this existence of humankind has access or usage any of my fucking accounts, monies, banks. Nobody. Okay,
so you see what he's doing. He's doing damage control, guys. That's like, hey, yeah, she showed up saying the card wasn't working, but at the same time, no one else has access to my accounts. Okay, so if no one has access to the accounts, right, and you guys are not married, why would you sign a agreed temporary orders? Okay, because what people don't know, what's at stake right here is, let me X this out. During their marriage, and I'm using marriage loosely, he bought a $320,000 sports car, right? $320,000 sports car. This McLaren 720S Spider. Way much more money than I can afford. It's all over his channel. And guess what? If she can prove that they were married during this time, he will have to do one or two things: sell the car or give her roughly $150,000. Okay, mind you, in his mind, hey, we just boyfriend and girlfriend, maybe shacking up. Okay, we just shacking up. We playing house, but she like, but we married. We've been together for 4 years. We've been pretty much living together for 4 years.
They broke up many
We're
times.
not just shacking up. We
They
are
really
husband and
admitted
wife.
that they
And
broke
I'm
up
filing
many
for
times.
divorce.
Even in
Oh,
Texas.
I would rather have an 80s Monte Carlo SS dust. I actually want an 85 Monte Carlo SS. But this is what's at stake in addition to his $9 million empire. So we know that they live together. I proved to you that they live together, right? What else you got to do? Conduct yourself as husband and wife. All right. Do you think I have that proof? I don't know, guys. You're going to have to be the judge. Can you see this screen? Can you see this screen? What is the title of this video? XQC
His
and
editor made that.
Adept play the, what's this word? Is that Newlywed Game? No way.
That's just the name of the game.
No
like
way.
It's like a joke.
If y'all are just dating, why would you play the
Or not a
Newlywed
joke, but
Game?
It's just the name.
No
of the
way,
game.
XQC. No way. You wouldn't do that. It's just a TikTok trend, right? It's cool. Everyone's doing it. All the kids are doing it. Fair use to XQC. Let's see what this Newlywed Game is about.
Most likely to start a
She pointed at her.
eyes open. Yourself.
No.
Bro, she's like ugly as hell.
This is
That was so easy.
Bro, this guy's
what are that? You're playing the Newlywed Game in front of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Could these be witnesses? Are these all other? I don't see wedding rings, but they could be common law married. You're playing the Newlywed Game. I know it's just a game, but tell that to a judge. Tell it to a judge who like 60 years old who never seen TikTok. Say, we was just playing the Newlywed Game,
Nah, they
Your Honor. The what game? The Newlywed. But you said you're not married. You told me that you're not married. How are you playing the Newlywed Game if you're not married? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Stupid.
All right, so let's go look at their temporary restraining order because this is the one that they both agreed upon. All right. This is dated December 13th. So they had their hearing. They actually got a hearing today. That's right. That's right. Damn straight. Got them. Now, that's just two pieces of the puzzle, Duchess. That's just two pieces of the puzzle. Okay. Let's see what they agreed on, right? He's saying they not husband and wife. Now, no one is pulling this. All they doing is showing the court case on YouTube. No one is pulling the actual orders. And they were a little tricky to get, but I got them. So December 13th, after their November 29th hearing. And what is it? Petitioner did not appear in person. Okay. Felix did not appear in person, but agreed. They both agreed. You know why? Because the lawyers spoke to each other. The lawyers said, hey, this is what my client wants. This is what your client wants. Okay. All right. Jurisdiction. The court, after examining the record and agreement of the parties and hearing the evidence and argument of counsel, finds that all necessary prerequisites of the law have been legally satisfied, that the court has jurisdiction over this case of all parties. Holy crap. Holy crap.
What does that mean?
Holy crap. This is scary. This is getting scary. All right, property and parties. The court finds the following orders respecting the property and parties are necessary and equitable. There's that equitable word, right? It is ordered that the petitioner, which is Sam, shall have exclusive use and possession of the following
crazy.
motor vehicles until further order of the court, which is a
crazy.
2022 BMW X6M and a 2019 Tesla. Okay, so that's what she get. What about Felix? What does he get?
He gets nothing.
Whoa. This, look, people think this is a joke, but this gets kind of serious. All right. It's further ordered that XQC is prohibited from selling, encumbering, or otherwise taking any action to reduce the following properties until further order by the court. Now, look, I'm going to tell you something about this Texas address. This is the address I believe Sam used to file the divorce. And this Canada address, this is his current address in which he resides in. So y'all not married, but the court has ordered you not to sell the house that you have in Canada and not to sell the house you have in Texas. Think about it. It is further ordered that the respondent is prohibited from moving sums of money or funds on deposit to any financial institution outside of the United States without further order of this court. So don't try thinking about moving your money to Canada. But he was never married. He was never married. Okay. Temporary injunction. Basically, these are going to be orders that applies to both of them. Okay. It is ordered that the petitioner and respondent are prohibited from deleting any data or content from any social media platform used or created by either party. Take any steps, this is the whole social media language. And what is this? What is this in green? Driving or
Jesus
otherwise
Christ.
using the 2022 McLaren 720S. Like, this is bad. This is bad
bro.
because we know he bought this McLaren during their marriage agreement. Okay. So, we saw, I showed y'all a little bit of proof. I showed y'all this clip right here. They established they were living together. As flimsy as you think this is, this establishes y'all were playing the newlywed game. I know people gonna be like, well, that was May 29th, 2021.
New.
So
It says newly.
who cares? It's the newlywed game. It ain't the couples dating game. It's the newlywed game. Typically played by, if I'm her lawyer, it's the newlywed game, Your Honor. And it's typically played by newlyweds who've been married for less than a year. My client Samantha was married to XQC, and we are entitled to a split of everything, which includes, but not limited to, his $9 million net worth. He's worth $9 million, Your Honor. And we don't want all 9 million because we wasn't here for all of
He's
it.
worth more than that.
But we entitled to some of it. And we entitled to some of the money generated from his streams. Okay. And you are adept. And you're just like, oh, what? This is adept. This is her social blade. Okay, let's share it. So where we at? Give me 1 second. All right. So here's her social blade. She's making $125 to $2K a year. And let's look up XQC.
A year.
XQC. We're gonna do this live.
Bro, she's worth nothing.
This ain't XQC. This is not XQC. Search. No. All right, hold on. Social Blade.
XCCOW.
Sorry, guys. XQC. All right, so here's XQC's YouTube. We see he has 2.2 million subscribers. What the hell is that? Close. And here's his yearly earnings just from YouTube. This doesn't even factor in his Twitch. Let's go back to Twitch. Let's see what Twitch is. And look at this. 5th rank in followers, 7th rank in views. I think he's number 1 in stream time. And you know this comes with subscriptions. They don't break it down, but he's worth $9 million. So now let's do the poll. Someone said she's clever as hell. She is clever as hell. Okay.
She's not. She's
because it's not just are we married? This is potentially $1 million relationship. How many of you women here, to my mods, have dated a guy, broke up, and walked away with $1 million, or $1,000, or $10, or anything for your time? So now, as it's one thing I didn't show, I intentionally didn't bring it up. It didn't come up. Did he say he was going to marry her? I think we all know, even if it's a text message, and he said, hey, I'm going to marry you. Or, hey, and she's smart. She's not an idiot. All you got to say is, really, are you going to marry me? Yeah, babe, I am going to marry you. Okay, when? I don't know. Soon. You fit the criteria. So, look, we're going to start this poll, and we're going to do it quick. And it's going to be 2 options. If you can't say yes without a shadow of a doubt, just say no. Are they married? And since it's like 17 of y'all from the JDF gang, I will give y'all some insider information at the end of the stream. If I would have announced it on the thumbnail, I'd probably have like 100 people, 200 people in here. But, someone does say get a prenuptial agreement. Okay, so let's ask the community, were they married? Like I said, if you can't say yes based on the evidence I presented, say no. All right, and someone say get a prenup. Okay, prenups are good, but at the same time, you're still banking on someone else saying that your prenup is valid. So what happens if you go through, you do the right thing, you get the prenup, like Dust said, and the lead attorney will tell you, well, you got the 3 components. She got a lawyer, you got a lawyer, and it's signed in front of a judge and notarized, and it's fair. Okay, great. But you're still inviting the state into your life. Dr. Dre had a prenup. What'd she do? She challenged it. She said, hey, yeah, we got a prenup, but is it valid? Is it fair? Who else got a prenup? Tia Mowry, the woman who said she graduated from marriage. Guess what her husband's saying? Is it valid? Is it fair? And if it is fair, can you establish what's our marital property or not? But if you never get a prenup, you never have to worry about someone asking you, is it fair? Is it valid? But, if you are going to get married, please get a prenup. I'd rather you have a modicum of protection than no protection, because what's going on with me?
I would not get
I've been separated for almost 2 years.
How about that?
And I filed for divorce 16 months after our separation. And my ex-wife is trying to push or soon to be ex-wife is trying to push my date to the final date of our hearing, which is in like May. And if doing so, everything that happened since separation, if an investment grew, the equity in the house came down and I gained more of it, she still gets half of it. So I do this for men to learn. But what does our poll say? So we got 11 votes and 73% of y'all said they're married. Guess what though? It's only one person voting. That's the judge. The judge is going to say, well, I saw the text message. I saw the lease that you signed as husband and wife. I saw y'all play the newlywed game. And you telling me
that's not gonna
that
happen.
y'all not married? Well, down here in Texas, we do things a little different than Canada up there. You know how people in Texas feel about Canada. Y'all don't got no firearms. Can't protect yourself. And now you got caught in a honey trap. That's right. XQC hold this L. Woo. And now look, XQC, right? I went to go pull his response. It's sealed. His lawyer sealed his response.
Yeah, his
she
response is sealed.
Samantha or Adept, her stuff is public. Anyone can grab it. It's gonna cost you a little
She
bit,
put
but
it
you can grab
public.
it. So
You can pay for it.
what do y'all think? I'll drop the link. It's only a couple of y'all, so we cool. These streams are good. They're a little good. They're a little chill. I don't see no JDF trolls. Y'all are here. I got locals coming up. I'm hiring people. Classy Beats out here. He got his podcast going up. But let me invite anyone who want to come up and talk about common law marriage. I saw someone post about the story about the guy who had a girlfriend for 3 years and she hit him with palimony. And it happens. So 6 bigger. Anyway, let's talk JDF. Since come up, this was we could just talk YouTube. To hire a lawyer is out there who movie came out. I know some person.
Alright, well. Now let's look at the comments on LSF. What is this guy's views even like?
Court that the trial on merits to grant the following permanent injunctions. Okay.
Hey, you got like 300 views, more views. Keep in mind, the only reason why it's leaked is because of Adept, and she has her shit public. Meanwhile, XCC has his shit private. Yeah, these are low estimations. He's worth way more than fucking 9 million. He had the stake deal, he has the Twitch deal. If he's worth 9 million just based off the YouTube and the monthly earnings that he gets from subs and shit, he's worth way more because of the deals and the sponsors. Also his houses, how much are his houses worth? How much is a car worth? I don't know where people are getting more. Like, where is the documents that they're using? Because people, like, where does he even say this? Isn't she the one who went on 4 hours on her? Yep. She will not. She will lose money. Literally. Yes. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, she basically just wants to quit streaming. I don't even think she wants to stream anymore just because of the fact that they broke up. She just wants a big bag and to leave streaming. Well, how about you get no money and you stop streaming? So now you're broke and you have to get a new job. How about that? I hope Asmon actually covers all this shit. Not gonna lie. Yeah, she's going through all his old videos, fucking nitpicking dog shit. It's not gonna fucking work. It's just not. There's tons of videos of him saying that he never wants to get married. He never will get married. He never would get married unless it's with a prenup. Basically implying that he never wants to get married unless he never loses any money. Yeah, I know about this. I know about this. Basically, the way that they did it was like it was stupid and it would not work. It was like her claiming that they're married just so that she could go to Canada. It wouldn't work in the court. Like it looks bad. The way that she did it, it looked bad. It was like a false way of trying to get into Canada. Yeah, they literally said that they were roommates. Like they literally never even clearly said that they were dating. The only time that they clearly said that they were dating was when Adept said it. He never wanted to say that they were dating. Yeah, so basically right now, he's on his way back. Alright, well, that's pretty much all like the new shit that we have on this